You just always been a tight and rusher.
Hi YouTube, it's your girl Latoya, and I'm coming to you today. Today is Monday afternoon, almost 4 o'clock. You know, today is a holiday, so most of everything here is like, city-wise, like the bus and stuff, shut down. But the stores are open, but it's too cold to go outside right now. I can't be out there like that. I have to face it tomorrow when my children go to school, but I can't do that. Right now, as it stands, it's 40 degrees outside. The wind is blowing. I can't do it. I can't do it. But I got to do it tomorrow, for sure. But I ain't come here to talk about the weather. You know, I got to always be sidetracked by something. But I want to talk about choices and settling for less. You know, when I think about the choices, let me go back. Now, when I think about the choices, I think about my beginnings, such as growing up, being born and growing up in a house full of dysfunction with my grandma and my mother. I didn't have a choice. You know, I lived under their roof, and I have to do the things that they told me to do. I didn't have a choice to pick my mom and daddy, because if I did, I think I'd be in a better situation. You know, in my home, living with my mom and them, my mom and grandmama, I wasn't taught money. I wasn't taught money and how to take care of money and how to make money and how to save money, most importantly. But I knew how to pay bills. I knew how to go pay bills for my mom and grandma. I used to go in the store, change and pay light bill and stuff like that. So I knew how that was. I knew what that was about. But when I think about the choices, you know, I didn't have a choice in being molested by the family friend. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice when it came to me being protected. You know, because everybody had their own thing going on in that house. So nobody was thinking about the children. I didn't have a choice in how I dealt with things growing up. I didn't have a choice. You know, I always had pressure, some kind of way. I always had some kind of pressure, you know, either pressure with hang up my friend when I go stay at her house, you know, the pressures of drinking and smoking Black and Milds and stuff like that, sitting on the corner, allowing her to pick boys for me and set me up for failure. I didn't have choices like that because at the time, I think I was just trying to be loyal to her, and also that was my scapegoat, but it was the wrong scapegoat. So, you know, over time, that relationship faded. But I'm not going to sidetrack the conversation because I want to stay on topic today. But I didn't have a lot of choices from birth up until I left my mama home. I didn't have a lot of choices, and I stayed under pressure about something. You know, I didn't have a choice. You know, this family friend, was allowed to, you know, just have his way with me and my sister. You know, he was allowed to take us to the stores, you know, just take us for rides and just be doing his thing with us. You know, he never penetrated us, but he did enough. He did enough. I think about when it comes to choices, the things I was exposed to, I didn't have a choice to whether I wanted to see those things or not. I saw them. I saw how my mother was treated by my sister, my baby brother's daddy. I seen how she was treated by him. I seen how my grandmama was carried herself. Yes, she was a hard-working woman, but she also, she had her, what you call it, what the things call it. She had her vices, which was drinking. So, I saw a lot. I saw a lot as a young child. I saw a lot. Exposed to a lot. I even saw my auntie that she was dating some boy, and she was dating another man, and the other man decided to pull out a gun. I saw that on the other dude. I saw that. Yes, I saw a lot of stuff, and I've been through a lot of stuff. But a lot of those wasn't my choice. I just was a product of my environment. And it showed. And it showed a lot in in the choices I made as I grew up. I made the choice to have a eating problem. I made that choice because it was comforting to me. It was like some food, some cake, some pie, some chicken. It was like a big old bear hug to me. It was comforting to me because I didn't have no one to comfort me when I needed them to comfort me. I didn't have that. They didn't know what comfort was. And they saw when you upset and you crying, they saw that as a weakness. They saw that as a weakness. They saw it as a weakness, and they saw it as a way to have one up on you. To make you feel bad about yourself. To make you feel like you were to blame. You were the cause of your own problems. So how does a 5-year-old girl is the cause of being molested? How does she cause that for herself? I'm wondering. Now, at 44 years old, how do a girl that's 5 years old causes an older man to molest her? What did I have so special about me that wanted him to molest me? What was so special about me? I don't know. Maybe just because he knew that the house was dysfunctional, and he knew that he can create situations so it would benefit him. He knew that my mama was silly. He knew she was dumb. He knew. He knew. He knew. He knew. He knew. He knew that my mama had a small mind, childlike mind. He knew that. He played on that. He played on my grandma and her vices, which was alcohol. He knew how to get around and operate in my own home. When I was a kid, 5 years old, he knew how to operate and to get the things he needed done to the kids, to the two girls that lived in the house. He knew. He knew that house was full of dysfunction. Yes, he did. He knew that. But I didn't have a choice. Because he took away something from me. He took away something from me. He took away a lot. He took away my childhood. He took away my self-esteem. He took away my ability to cope in the right way. he took away my perception of what it is to have somebody love you. He did. He took away that perception. Even though I didn't have the perception instilled in the home, but I was still robbed of love. I was robbed of somebody caring for me. I was robbed of someone taking an honest, genuine interest in me. I was. And still today at 44, I still feel like I've been robbed of so much. Because I carry a lot of that still with me today. I carry that with me today. A lot of that. I carry the pain of not being able to have an honest, genuine relationship with my mom. You know, sometimes it's things I want to talk about. And, you know, there's that time where you need to talk with your mama. But you can't talk to her. You can't talk to her for shit. You can't talk to her because she's immature. She childish. She talks too much. And everybody in Arcadia will know your business. So you can't talk to her. For nothing. No help whatsoever. Even with my grandmama, you couldn't talk with her about anything either. Because I don't honestly think she knew how to go about solving some problems. The problems. No. Because she had her demons too. I get so tired. I get tired of knowing that I come from ignorance. I don't know, maybe that might be a strong word, but I don't match with the people that made me. I don't match with them. I don't have nothing in common with them. I don't have nothing in common with them. I can't go to them for nothing. Even if I want to go to them for anything, I can't go to them for nothing. I can't. Here I am, the oldest of 4 kids. You know, my sisters, they had their kids before I even thought about having kids. But you would think, you know, she was around for their pregnancies and stuff like that. But she didn't actually put in the work. You know, she was willing to buy. My mom was willing to buy the things they needed, the children needed, you know, for a period of time, you know. And then it got to the point where, you know, this is my favorite grandchild. And then when she got mad with that grandchild, this is my favorite grandchild. You know, But, you know, when I started having my children, you know, especially my first one, you know, she just wasn't there. She wasn't there for me throughout the pregnancy. That makes it so sad, you know. And then she wasn't there. You know, she couldn't offer up no advice. You know, if you feel like this, what it should be, you know, tell me different, you know, examples of what pregnancy is like, and, you know, do you feel like this or do you feel like that? I mean, she didn't offer up no advice, and she really didn't want to be around me when I was pregnant. So, you know, I took the hint. But I just feel like I was robbed because I couldn't choose my parents. And I felt like if I was born to some better parents in a better situation, that I would be farther along in life. I would be so far along in life because I suck. I have a friend, my homegirl, that's teaching me about money at 44 years old. Teaching me about money, saving, interest, principles, investing. She's smart as whip. And I just found out today that she don't even have a GED. Here I am with 2 degrees. 2 degrees. And dumb as hell. And dumb. Dumb. Growing up, I wasn't taught about money management. I wasn't. And it showed, as I got out my mama's house. I moved out her house, and it showed. I was single. I had a job, and I didn't never look at the price tags. So I figured, hell, if it's just me, and if I want it, I can get it because I had it. I wasn't interested in saving any money. I didn't know about saving any money. Nobody talked to me about that until today at 44 years old. Yeah, sink your teeth into that. But I never knew about money management growing up. I never knew about that. I messed up a lot. I got credit cards and stuff, and was max them out and wouldn't even pay on it. Just move on like nothing happened. Avoiding the bill collectors calls, all that. Thinking that was cute. So I mismanaged money. Don't look at the price. If I want it, I got it because I had it. Spending money just out of control. Out of control. Out of control. Buying stupid stuff. Gadgets, electronics, clothes, shoes, all that kind of stuff. Getting your hair done, nails done. Just doing stupid things with the money that I had. And if I would have been saving today, I'd probably be a rich woman. I'd probably be a rich woman. But not only that, not being rich, just, not only just about being rich, but I'll be in a better space. Sorry about that. I had to start over. But I would be in a better space, and I would have made better choices for myself in my adult life. Now, fast forward to 2005 when I met my husband. Never knew him. I never saw him. Before. I never knew him until I was introduced to him by a friend of mine. We met at the Bahamas in Arcadia. And from there, everything just went fast. It went really fast. And at that time in my life, I was very lonely. Very lonely. Maybe even depressed. Because there was a lot of things going on around that time. I had got fired from the DCI. I was in between a job. And I just needed some company. I needed somebody. And he seemed like that was the one. I didn't immediately started talking with him or going with him. It took like 3 or 4 weeks before I decided, yeah, I'm gonna just try this out. But the main point or objective of this is that if I was raised in better conditions and in less dysfunction, I would never even chose that man. I never would have even met with him. If my self-esteem was where it needed to be, I wouldn't even gave him the time of day. But it wasn't. It wasn't. I don't regret my husband because if I regretted him, that means I would have to regret my children. And I don't regret my children. I love my children. But at the same time, if I was in a better headspace, I was in a better environment, I was raised by better parents, I wouldn't have made those mistakes with this man that I'm married to now. And this man that I'm married to now, he never thought good of me, in any type of it good of me in any type of way. He always saw me as someone he can just manipulate and use. I took a lot of things from him. I took a lot of shit from him early on. A lot of shit that I didn't even have to take because I wasn't even married to him. But I took it because I thought that was the way. Because that's what I seen growing up. I seen how my mom was being handled by men. I seen that. And I seen how my grandma was being handled too. And I thought that was the way to go. Seriously, thought that was the way to go. So I took it. I took everything that he threw at me. I took it. I remember I heard him one time talking with his nephew, one of his nephews on the phone. Oh, she's stupid. She's silly. She easy. She real easy. She naive. Talking about me. I took that. I was hurt, but I took that. I took it. I remember one time I had something. I had something on my computer. At the time, you had no big old ugly computers, and I was gone. I was at work or something, and he went through my computer, my husband, and was just found all kind of stuff. He accused me of having abortions. He accused me of this and that, and he told me he was gonna leave me. True story. He told me he was gonna leave me. Here I am. I'm crying and begging this man not to leave me. I'm on the floor, holding on to him for dear life, begging him not to leave me. Stupid as hell. 26 years old. Stupid. With a capital S. I begged that man not to leave me. And he turned around and made me go to the bank and get him some money so he can go buy him some whatever it was he was on. Because I didn't know when we got together, he wasn't even on anything until that particular time. So we went to the bank. I took him to wherever he get his stuff at and brought him back home. He sat on his porch. He sat on our porch, did what he had to do, and came in and had his way with me. It's not a good feeling. And I'm being so honest right now, so honest and raw. Because before I even married him, I had already settled for less. I had already settled for less and didn't even know it. And over the years, it just didn't get no better. But I stuck in there. I stuck in there with this man, thinking he's the one. He's the soulmate. He's the man for me. I was stuck in there with him. And here I am at 44 years old, married to a liar, a cheater, a master manipulator. I'm married to this fool and can't get out of the marriage right now. I'm married to this fool. But it's not nobody's fault but my own. It's my fault because I'm a product of my environment. I'm a product of my environment. Being Arrington has done so much shit to me in our 16 years of being with each other. It has been so unreal. So unreal. I can go down the list of the things he's done to me. I can go down the list. I was telling my cousin last night that, one time we was living in Port Charlotte in a house, And that was right before I even had a baby. That we was arguing. He had came home from somewhere, and we went to arguing, and he went accusing me, his number one go-to, of being with this one, being with that one, and so forth, you know. And I tried to stand up for myself, and it just got worse. And I just got through cooking right before he got home, and then I was fixing plates and arguing. So I handed him his plate, and I had my plate, and he told me, "You ain't finna eat shit." And I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." So he went down his stomach, probably in his testicles, and hulked up the nastiest spit and spit in my plate. Told me I wasn't eating shit. Told me I wasn't going to eat a damn thing. And I didn't for a couple hours. Sorry for the pause again. But I didn't eat nothing for a couple hours. And when I did eat, it was probably 40 in the morning. But I took a lot of shit from that man. For him to do the shit he doing to me today, I took a lot of shit. A lot of shit from that man. Because just the other day, I think Wednesday or Thursday of last week, he was telling me that he wanted to come back home. He wanted to come back home to his family, but he got to figure out a way to do it because he's sparing the mistress, the lady that he left me for. He's trying to spare her feelings, but don't give a damn about mine. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need nobody that's not thinking about me and my feelings, me and my children's feelings. I'm not. I got to do this thing for my kids. I got to be strong, independent, and try to make income, bring in income for my kids. Because they didn't ask to be here. I think I'm the mother that they need. I feel like I'm the mother they need. You know, I feel like that because I give them everything. I give them all of me. All of me. I give them all of me. But he's living his life, and whatever, you know, he's with the woman he want to be with. But I'm trying to be focused on my children, focused on my goals. And all he want to do is hell hack me and accuse me of being with somebody else while he's doing his thing. I ain't focused on no other man. I don't have to be focused on another man. I don't need another man. And I'm not desperate. You know, here I am at 44 years old. I'm not ready to start over again with anybody. What I'm ready to do is get to re-know me. And that's the God honest truth. I have to do better with myself. I have to take care of me better. I do. I have to take care of me, my health, my mental health, and treat myself like I'm worthy. Treat myself like I'm worthy. That's what I got to do. YouTube. I feel like I've blowed my 16 years of my life with this man. I blowed my life. And I can't get none of my time back. But moving forward, I am going to do better for myself. I'm going to do better for myself. And I'm going to take time to do the things that need to be done the right way, such as saving money and not settling for anything or settling for less, making better choices. That's what I'm into right now. I have enough people in my corner to support me, to advise me. You know, I have that. I have that support because 16 years ago, I didn't have that support because I closed people off. And I was allowed to be isolated from the world. But YouTube, I'm going to end this video right here. It will be continued. So, thank you for watching.